You talked about the temporary work program and sending people back to their country before they could come back to the United States. How would you manage that at a high level to make sure that they are fulfilling what they need to before they come back?
In the case of they would have to go back for just to basically what we call touch base one time to the country of their origin. During that period, they would it would be found out whether they had any criminal background, any illegal activity, et cetera, et cetera. And then they would come back, and in order to work, they would have to have tamper-proof biometric documents. And those documents would also be kept track of. And so that every employer would have the confidence that those employers would not be hiring someone who is in this country illegally. And if the employer goes ahead and hires people that don't have those documents, then that employer should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And if someone comes across our border illegally after we have this system set up, then that person probably should go to jail. I mean, we got to get tough. We got to get tough on both employers who hire people illegally and people who come across our border illegally. There's some very tough provisions associated with it. So what we would say to these 12 million people, okay, come identify yourselves, and we will put you in this status, and we will go through the steps that I told you about, and you can be in this status. Now, some people don't want to be citizens, and they can work for 2 years on a temporary worker basis, go back to the country they came from for a year, come back for 2 years, go back to the country they came from for a year, and then come back for 2 more years. But that's because temporary means temporary. And I think it'll work. 99 out of 100 employers in America want to do it legally. They don't want to hire people illegally, and we're going to give them a way for them to hire people illegally, and by the way, it's a competitive wage, and address this issue and bring these 12 million people out of the shadows. Is it a very, very big job? Yes, but it's been a long time in the making. As you know, over 20 years, we've had broken borders, and we've had millions of people come into our country illegally. I hope that clears that up for you. Is it going to be easy? No. Uno más.